Well, hello, my keto community. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20, and I practice the keto lifestyle every day, which means that I wake up and have a lemon water. I put my food in my chronometer that I'm going to have for the day. I weigh and measure the rest of, the day of food. I weigh and measure in grams when I make my bulletproof coffee, so my butter doesn't get crazy. My coconut oil doesn't get crazy. My brain octane MCT oil from Dave Asprey's Bulletproof website. So that doesn't get all kinds of, oh, that looks like a tablespoon. No, and it's, 54 grams. No, I have to be very careful because I'm a food addict in recovery, and keto amazingly helps with that. The topic for today is, are you diluting your keto to the point that it's not even a keto program anymore? I have seen so many variations of the keto food program, and it is astounding what people are doing to kind of just adjust their keto program. No problem with it. I mean, if it's working for you, but I guess maybe the word adjusted should go along with it. It has become diluted, just like people talk about lazy keto, which is where you don't really weigh and measure with a kitchen scale or tablespoons or cups. You just kind of go, yep, that's about a tablespoon, or like you have this much steak, and it's like, yeah, that's 3 to 4 ounces. That'll work. So anyway, it's something that I've noticed in a lot of the podcasts. And just beware, if you're new to keto, I would say try to remain as strict and disciplined as you can. Watch sites that are consistent and structured and kind of strict, because that will give you a good foundation. Because if you start off with a lazy keto, a loosey-goosey kind of keto, that kind of sort of looks like it could be something in your keto program, that's not really developing good integrity with your keto program. And when things go really off track with your keto program, if you don't have the basics down, it's really hard to go back to them again after having a non-keto relapse. How do I know? Because I watch the podcasts where people slip and slide and have the darndest time getting back on track. And you don't want to be one of them. You want to stay keto under 20. Why? Because it works. Why? Because it gives you the parameters of how many carbs you want to have. And I do total carbs, not net. Net is just as slippery as eyeballing something and saying, yeah, that looks like it's 3 ounces. Yeah, that looks like it's a tablespoon. Yeah, that's a tablespoon of butter that I'm putting in my coffee, and it's half a stick. Not that I've ever done that. Never. So anyway, you want to be very careful. And I think that, if this is your first run with keto, staying strict and disciplined and weighed and measured is just such a good habit. It will go, trust me, it'll have dividends to it that you don't even know are going to be dividends. Especially if you get to a place where you start thinking that you can have something non-keto as a treat because you've lost a few pounds or something like that. And then when you weigh your either keto-fied item or your non-keto item, you can really see with shock and awe what something truly weighs. And you don't want to do that. You want to go into this where you get really good at knowing, what works for you, what your tools are, literally with the scale and the measuring cups and spoons, but also what your tools are for like what you practice every day, like the habit, like when you make when you used to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? How did you do it? It probably became, by rote, and you almost have to stop and think. It's like folding your arms like this, and then you're told to like fold the other way. Can you do it? I don't think I can. I don't know. So, developing the good habits the first time through with keto may keep you from not relapsing, from not having slips, from not getting into dangerous territory, right? And you don't want to dilute the strength of this program, because in the strength, it's the one program where it's like, okay, you're on your own. Well, you can watch other videos, you can watch other podcasts, you can listen to the professionals, you can listen to your peers, you can read books and charts and graphs on how to do it, but you're the one that's doing it. And, like Weight Watchers now has, like, with the freestyle, they've got so much leeway, so many places that you could kind of sort of get into trouble. Whereas keto, you're not having no grains, no sugars of any kind. And we know that there's something like 68 different kinds of sugar, and they hide in places with different names. Oh yeah, they'll get you. Look out for protein powders and things like that, or those candy bars with a wig that they call protein bars. And now keto ones are coming out. Be very careful, because if you're a food addict, you can start tricking up the brain into thinking that this is okay. I can have 3 of these. I don't know. I'm a real food person. It just works for me. That's part of my problem, is that I did the substituting. But anyway, no grains, no sugars of any kind, no artificial sweeteners, no diet sodas, and no fruits. Those 5 things, if you're without those 5 things, then you can pretty much be in the keto zone. But what is not in the keto zone are starchy veggies. That would be sweet potatoes, white potatoes, a lot of the squashes. Sorry, guys. Those wonderful squashes, very high. Brussels sprouts are costly, too. They're like a carb per sprout. So when you have your keto under 20, you really have to, have it written someplace, have it tracked someplace. So you can just be very, very careful with what it is that you're having. You don't want to get into that territory of loosey-goosey dilution, because it's like drinking near beer, going to AA and drinking near beer put at a bar with the buddies that still are getting drunk. It's just, it's skirting the edges, and you just want to be a little strict, especially if you have less than 6 months. Don't think that right out of the gate that you can be having all of these things that you see keto people doing, and it just scares me for people that don't know. Because if you start out having all these treats, there's one woman here in the keto world, and she didn't have anything keto-fied until she'd lost 100 pounds. And that was her deal. When I lose 100 pounds, then I can have that. But a lot of people right out the gate, they want these, like, to me, it's like a pressure reliever to have a keto-fied item. But it kind of puts you back into that place that got you to keto. At least that's how it is for me with a food addiction. So just be careful. Diluting your keto right out of the gate, to me, just seems dangerous. I'm just saying. It wouldn't have worked for me. I needed to get the basics down. No grains, no fruits, no artificial sweeteners, no diet soda, no fruit, no starchy veggies, big leafy green salad every day, plenty of the good oils, not the bad oils. The bad oils are soybean oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil. The good oils are avocado oil, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, macadamia nut oil, walnut oil, sesame seed oil, although some people have their feelings about that too. I'd buy organic. So that's it for me. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with just a little under 10-minute talk about dilution. Be careful of dilution with your keto program. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you the next time right here on my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.